let's go. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The forum in its wisdom has granted you access to the Archeon's lift. Oh yeah. Said that was gonna have that. Step inside and have Bilin take you to the medial circuit. Huh? Take me down. I have sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha on the other side of Meriel Agronomics. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to... Oh, never mind, it can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. Trying to say that, Daddy Levalua? Levalua? I hope there is another right here that I can attune to. So. Shit, not here. Oh wow, it's actually getting me far away. Go. Aha, friends, you all here? We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. Here, being Logisticon Alpha, with atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos, dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of samples kept here. Well, hold on. How do you know so much about it? Why, father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? See? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you... The night before, I'd been asking father how the clouds are made and he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. Too easy to take for granted the many natural world, to grow inert to the wondrous. But Having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loporrit, creating a similar environment, such processes in subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos to contain the ancient zodiac, habitations built for each unique yet is no mere coincidence. Since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Aetheris, essential resource we could spare have been delivered to Labyrinthos for the Great Exodus. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Loporrits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, the time is not on our side. I have arranged for you to enter the Central Circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark amongst them. Plans have been made public. Access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to set restrictions, and you will have reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust. Your trust. Proceed. Stern. Stern, Daddy. By decree of the Forum, the Scions of the Seventh Stone are permitted to enter the Central Circuit. Pretty. It's very pretty. The ether burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokol Dankol, after whom the forge is named. Necessary introductions have been made. I shall leave you with him to discuss. The cock teaching us on the engine. Central Circuit. Where is the Aetheryte? Oh, it's actually above us. Damn it. Sure, we'll come back there. Back to where we came. Oh yeah, okay, definitely high. Yeah. We came back from up there. Because, yeah, that was the lift. Definitely the scale is there. Foxforge. Cock.
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost me eyebrows. Think, Coco, think! we'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think.
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Etherburner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Etherburner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
Good to know.
But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loporrits?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Teeny tiny toy boat.
Exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You can't drive me mad!
Oh, okay, so you just need some resource. That's easy enough. We can find you some resource. I can go to the first. I'm sure, like, on another planet there's plenty of unknown resource we can use. Oh, no, don't want to skip the cutscene. No, sorry, wrong button.
Do you speak of Allagan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allagan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded.
Also, there's that shipwreck on the moon that is clearly of Allagan technology, so...
As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through.
Should solve our issue.
That knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with.
Fair enough.
From Ragnarok class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
Oh, dungeon. Easy peasy. Let's go.
It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
to go and fetch the, what's it? Sounds like a job for someone else.
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours. What's all this?
Friends.
Gathering
Power of
fire,
friendship.
so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Oh, cool.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether.
Tiamat's prison?
Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
Oh my gosh, he's excited.
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? This plunder.
Sicard.
And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Proud daddy. So, shall we go to this dungeon place or what? At times like this, we are reminded of how famous or infamous Alphinaud has become. Who would have thought he could achieve so much with a single link pearl combination? That's pretty cool. Expecting rather a lot of visitors in the new. I'd best return to surface and inform the relevant. I have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be, Krile? That's for me to know, and for you to find out. And on that note, I'll leave matters here in your capable hands. Good luck. Meanwhile, in
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Thiergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
What are the Stone Torches? This is literally the first time I've heard of it.
I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults.
Zimbert. Apparently. Son's name is Zimbert. Why is it a surprise or a duh? Zimbert? Like, what do you mean by that?
Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught.
Forget Ophelia, let's name our daughter Zimberta. What the fuck are you talking about? Zimberta? What? What are you talking about?
And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together.
Hey, power of friendship.
It is the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now.
Such a ridiculous name.
Uldar will answer that.
Zimbert. Bertha.
I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Meanwhile, in the Black Shrine. Oh my goodness, everybody's gonna do the speech now? Yeah, we get it. Power of friendship. Eorzea unites. Cox assemble. Like, yeah, we get it. Let us see Hydaelyn. That's all I care about. Let's go to the dungeon, grab whatever we need to do, and see Hydaelyn. Nothing else matters. Yeah, the emo fringe.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defense. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, Might I suggest taking us along?
Liz. Yeah, butt crack. There you go.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
Fair enough.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Yay!
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I'm assuming we're gonna have a small cinematic in Limsa. I'm gonna join them.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalymo.
Ah, okay, so Ishgard was keeping Limsa. Oh, Emmanuel. What a...
There you are.
On the line,
We've
yeah.
no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Chiffon. Chiffon's grave. Yeah, pay your respects. Awful.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Sherlock. A dragon though. Surely not Ritra. The pirates. Japanese traders.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid.
Turtles will give you the relics.
Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is.
Oh, look at that. Old
And
friends.
a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Cool, there you go. Though our friends are searching for refinement adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there what else we might do to be of service? Cox says, yeah, you've already done more than enough. If I had to say, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. You there? The lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than an average scholar. If only Master Cock knew how right he was. While he and Graha establish a rapport, why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, we would mean going above and beyond in terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to carry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, must be ready for every eventuality. Also be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the great expanse, and if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite. Well, aren't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you were mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Shalyn Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Ugh, that lot need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Shalyn Hamlet. I mean, it is Final Fantasy in the end. Like, it's funny how we say it is Final Fantasy in the end, so it's like, oh, this is a typical Final Fantasy, as if, like, we know anything about Final Fantasy franchise, but, like, we've played these games for legit over 300 hours, and we've only done the main storyline quest, like, we've not done anything else, but we kind of have a very strong feeling about what Japanese storytelling is like, and what these traditional RPGs look like. So yeah, like, power of friendship is very strong here. A very good trope. From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much we can offer, but I dare say there will be benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Skolak Monteshine mentioned. Let's start asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Fetch quests? No. That's that slow bit I was anticipating, actually. Let's meet by Aetheryte once our work is done. First of all, I'm gonna go and Aetheryte Crystal. And after that, we will somebody. Silken Green. What's that, buddy? A bit cooler? Okay. I can do that. Know how this feels after half an hour. Are you one of the new helpers? Working on the ether burner. Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day. Tiring, thankless work. Still, no one I'll be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The forum's got enough on their plate as it is, but deciding who gets to board the Ark and when a lot of powerful people have logistics. Thankless work. My heart goes out to Master Foshino and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? They're not too bad. Helping with the Ark, even with all the power Master Cox managed to squeeze out of Aetheryte Burner, it's still not enough apparently. Now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. Ugh. Only we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying, and there'll be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. Spent years preparing for this moment, live in a plan, and all will be well. Somebody's positive. I like that. Oh, there. To help? That's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents. Mostly list of things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose to as our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I will be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person, after having communicated with them in such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I have not even the slightest idea what they look like. Then you're in for a freaking treat. I do hope they are not enormous looming giants. No. Why? I would much prefer something small and fluffy, like that beheaded rabbit that ran by. Oh my god. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, you guessed it, that fucking rabbit's small and fluffy? That's ridiculous. Like an in-game joke to itself. Imagine your surprise. Oh look! Living Way. Oh, so they're here. So he legit just saw them. And he he didn't refer to the rabbits like real ones. He saw Loporrits. Okay, that's funny. Fancy meeting you here, Apso. Our friends in the forum brought us to see the teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is Aetheris itself, though we and I found ourselves in sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around. Or at least, that's what we're planning to do, until we chanced upon Urianger and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. That'd be fun. Well, yeah, you guys showed us around your bloody, moonship, so, it's only fair. And he's really enjoying the excursion. A tour of Labyrinthos. Unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and Bestway's burrow, It would be in our best interest to have Loporrits acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by their Sharlayan collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Perhaps thou art better suited to lead this venture? That's a marvelous idea. Might we begin with that great big what's it over yonder? Ah yes, the what's it. I shall leave the explanation to Absa. Aetheryte crystal, and that is the power that creates air. I suppose. Goodness me, to build something so light without creation magics. Positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features. Search the apparatus for points of potential interest. Ah yeah, that's the Binocularis mission. Is the shoe bill here? Spot and then Bistoma, and especially a lovely one at that. It would appear that the concept you observed in another time, another place, was approved for life, in a wider form somehow. Dang. friends, I bid you welcome to Logisticon Alpha. Our destination does lie to the top. Circuit. Yep. Marvelous. Simply marvelous. So this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. Environment to sustain life, artificially created. Knowledge we'll gain here. Potential when we start looking for new. Apparently most of them don't even have the A. There is just so happens to mankind turn out the way that they are because of the available resources. Pretty much what it is, it's called evolution. Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. It's all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where is food? Food. Both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Mariel Agronomics. I imagine singing away and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of. Although be so kind as to escort our visiting queen. Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I will be able to see firsthand such of the delicacies Urianger was telling. Even his incredibly vivid, if a bit too verbose, descriptions cannot compare to this itself. Not to mention Atheris will soon know more. So I must learn all I can while there is still time. Oh, no delay. You'll definitely find that there is a little bit more to just having carrots. Carrots of all of the different shapes. Yes, the heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I've spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in our compendium. Really love to try some, but I read that those who held themselves to a farmer's crops without permission are often nice. He's referring to Peter Rabbit. He legit refers to Peter Rabbit. Perhaps you could ask whoever is in charge if they would be willing to part with. Somebody's garden. Ah, what a fine mess this is. Ah, it's you. The one who climbed down from the mine shaft. Ah. I'd show you around if I could, if I brushed off my feet preparing for the Exodus. I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we can do down here. But first on the moon, then on whichever star the Forum decides to become our new home. It's all so sudden, so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Better than waiting for the final days. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'd never be able to take it. Even the ones we can take may not survive it. So many species. Sorry, that's not what we came to talk about, is it? Sure you. I merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if you may. By all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So, where to begin? Sorry. Yeah, I saw that. Poor fella. Poor little fellow. Just sitting there and being like, no. It's not that. Ah, these are grapes. What happened there? Misha just sent me a message. I was replying. Just still sorting out mom's present. Let's see if they're as delicious as they look, the grapes. They're not like carrots. So sweet, so sour. The taste is much like the ripe philosopher's carrot. And yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. Well, that's certainly giving me food for thought. Hehe. Though I'm in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what is your opinion? Arms around my neck. Oh, really? Oh. Tell me, what's your opinion of grapes? He's a bit clingy today and yesterday, yeah, for sure. I would brave an erupting volcano for a choice of a bunch. Meh. Ghastly things, I'd rather eat rancid giant toad eyeballs. What are you talking about? Grapes are the best. Yes, they are rather moreish, aren't they? And from what I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. People stepping on them. Grapes makes wine, correct. Before you came in, I don't know if you've heard it or not, but Cooking Way was saying that he's read some stories about rabbits coming unannounced on people's gardens and then they put in the pies and stuff. Basically, like, making a reference to Peter Rabbit, which was really cute. Anyway, that's enough about the grapes for the time being. On to the next treat. Mr. McDonald. Is it McDonald's garden? I can't remember. Yeah. Where is the next one? Hang on. Yeah, Mr. McGregor, that's right, not McDonald's. Don't know why I said McDonald's. Orange by name, orange by nature. Came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat. Yes, that's equal parts sweet and sour, as with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Urianger about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps I'm looking for this is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why all of you turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are in my estimation, let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in the field over there. Let me relog quickly, because this music is a powerful music from the cinematic. I can guarantee it's glitched out. Like, we should not be listening to this entire time. It's the same track and it's getting kinda old. Just gonna quickly reload and we're gonna come back to Labyrinthos, like, chill music. Because this is way too, like, empowering while tasting apples and oranges and grapes. Yeah, definitely. Definitely too empowering. It's like, yeah, go, eat the carrot, I mean, the oranges, taste the grapes. Sitting in the queue, apparently. Should log in very soon. Yep, login screen. Oh, no way! No way, the soundtrack is the same. Oh, what? This makes no sense. turn it down a bit. Yeah, I guess we can try. System, sound, volume setting. There. Should be better. Misha just made the joke, I'll let you know. I'll let you know what he said. How's music, by the way? Is it better now? Yeah, so he basically sends me a message saying that because I ordered the delivery of those macarons on the 5th, and he's like, he called them and said, no, can you please deliver them on the 10th instead of the 5th? And I said, what do you mean on the 10th? Like, it's definitely like past everything. And he's like, no, you just don't know. But apparently, Mom and Dad are not going to be in Moscow until the 11th of March. So I have no idea what they're planning. I seriously don't. But apparently they're not going to be in Moscow. So the delivery of macarons will come on the 10th. So then he can give it to them on the 11th. And the joke that he said was basically like, yeah, if they got delivered to me, you know, on the 5th, then I would just eat them all myself on the 8th. Because I couldn't hold them for more than 3 days without eating. But yeah, no, that's good. It's good that we're coordinating it with him. That's what's going on in there better than I do. Alright. Let's try some vegetables. Where can we find vegetables? Accompany cooking way to the pumpkin field and then speak with... Where is the pumpkin field? Oh, all the way back to... Oh, okay, that's weird. Why did we go outside of this area? Just to come back. That color, the texture. Are they some sort of enormous round carrots? No? In any case, proper nomenclature is less of a concern than a taste. Blah! It's so hard and flavorless. I might as well be chewing a piece of wood. That all but confirms it. These are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goody carrots. Stop, stop, stop! Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find it awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. Then perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. I wonder though, if there's anything even more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder? Over yonder, over wender, over thender. There we go. What a wondrous fragrance. With luck, it will have a flavor to match. As I have no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. My tongue! Is that... Is it lemon? A lemon? You mean it's supposed to take like this? How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? It may be some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I had best call it an end to the round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to others. You stopped your little adventure on the lemon. I mean, it'd definitely be much better. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. Until they discover coffee. I'd rather enamored with the grapes and oranges. Less so the pumpkin, although I learned the hard way that they are not to be eaten raw. Then there was the lemon. The deceiver. I still feel so violated. Lemon, the deceiver. I should write that down somewhere. This is a hilarious thing. First time, was it? I'd hate for you to leave with the bad taste in your mouth. In more ways than one, so I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your mind, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to... Ooh. Seek him up here, learn more of your inscrutable ways. Well, well, lemon muffin, do your worst. Is delicious. Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I would have never guessed its vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See? we rarely use lemon in its natural state, but it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes. And the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most sources to our disposal. And sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonized over what observing and hard choices. Make them we must to survive. Such strength of will. Now I know what Hydaelyn sees in your kind. Mankind, the Loperids, we were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival. It will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms achieve perfection, and therein lies its folly and its downfall. For perfection is an attainable ideal. It is the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations, since time immemorial, have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile. Often become the architects of their own demise. They are unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? Answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect. Content with what we have and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. Quick learner. Pardon my Eorzean, but what in the seven hells are you on about? And who are you anyway? Kingway, at your service. I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon. And once you get there, you will be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds, but don't worry. There will be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of Aetheris' species. If you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course. I look forward to it. Well, this has been highly productive. Probably, let's go and see if Urianger and others have fun out of machinery to inspect, shall we? It's cute. Then there's a little bit of a philosophical end to it all. I mean, it's kind of cute that the game essentially puts everything in perspective. Something that we take everything for granted. And what everything tastes like. Like, we never, even like day to day in real life, we never consider possibly tastes like to complete outsiders who've never tasted like this in their entire life. It's a fun little retrospect when you think about it. What would our food actually taste like to somebody who's never experienced it? Doesn't have like words to describe it in their language even. A very peculiar, cute little food for thought. That was most enlightening. Especially the part about the lemons muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any other places famed for the Limsa Lominsa is home to the Culinarian Guild and many less than savory establishments. The Far East has oodles of noodles. As much as I like noodles. You know what? No, let's go for noodles. Noodles are good. I love noodles. Never betrayed noodles. Would that I had time to visit. The more I learn of Viserys, the more I wish we could spare it from the final days. Alas, Hydaelyn's orders are to flee, not to resist. If only there was some other way. That has love noodles. Yes. Abso, I trust thy time at Mariel Ergonomics did bear fruit. Jesus, Rianja, what's with your dad jokes these days? You just spent so much time on the moon or something. Our own efforts too were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guests' relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight. Alas, time is of the essence. Let's return to Shalyn Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every loporrit there, should further questions within my power to answer arise. Aww. What's wrong, Growing Away? Why are you owing? Ah, something about Growing Way. Oh. Yes, Abso, that was intended. Verbalizing a sigh to express my emotional state. Why? Because I data for Aetheris at Logisticon Alpha, that's why. The forest so lovely and so the Black Shroud is quite leafy indeed, and placed of utmost tranquility. Ah yeah, that's right, Growing Away was really fond of his forest when he learned what the forest should look like. Poor thing. Very upset seeing what the real forests look like. They are verdant at least. The trees in Dravania stand particularly proud. You should see the forest of the first. One was purple. I don't even know what to say. Let's say about Dravania's trees. Those were really big. Oh, I say. With a star so wonderful, it comes as no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something proud of. How ridiculous we must. Trying so hard, yet achieving so little. Like that, buddy. Works are no less worthy for their unique. Thy works. I thought I heard tiny voices. Tancred. How didst thou fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruptions here, despite news of the coming end. I have the forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life. And we can hardly tell them there is no cause for concern. Perhaps not. Though aided by our goodly growing way, we may yet find other ways to lighten their burden. Me? Be of use to people? I'm honored that you would think me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up to the challenge. I believe in thee. Say so. I suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone moping in the Western Plaza that looked to be in the need of helping poor. Perhaps you might start with him? It is good a place as any. Come. Strong people, why are you moping around? Troubled researcher. Can I help you? Can I help you, buddy? It's you who would help me. Is society truly so obvious? A burden shared is a burden. Pray, tell us of thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. I'm an engineer, you see, and what they say of the ship, that it's the sum of the decades of Shalian's ingenuity, that is built with peerless, elegant technology, is all true, but I know that none of that is a guarantee. The star-faring vessel, let alone it, in a great expanse. All the tests we've run have been made on the ground. Operational personnel and cargo will be abroad for the first voyage, but even so, if it fails us then, what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart the next flight, or the one after that. Everything we can to prevent. But it hardly matters. The ether burner design was flawless, and how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and thus dost thou hold the power to allay his fears. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but, well, maybe you can tell me if there are any aspects of the ship's design that you're specifically worried about? Well, our ability to walk about and perform our tasks, for one. Devise the means by which we employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell, to regulate the environment. But what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we let the star? Gravitation. Maybe I can help after all. Up there is not so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply. And if you consider them as a part of the great big cosmos rather than separate places. Oh, two engineers chatting together, that's very cute. I shall find comfort in this conversation. Yet if Thancred's tale be true, still others would benefit from insight. Might I prevail upon the Loporrits to attend? If I do say so myself, there's then to ease the hearts of the about them while we are at it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. So, as a gift for finding souls in need of succor, I seek thee out the distressed and inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here, that I might introduce each to a suitable Loporrit. Oh, I'd also look forward to that. A place for every Loporrit and every Loporrit in their place. I hope to see if I can find the elegant pieces already now, and can I... Oh, is this the ship in the distance? Like it? Looks like this circle around thing. Everything else seems to be structured around it. So that central thing must be Ark itself. Or at least it's sitting inside that dome. Must be sitting inside that dome. Yeah, I want to see if we will be resolving to Hydaelyn's conversation right now, or it's going to be like an hour later. Apologies, but I'm awaiting a delivery. Whatever it is, we'll have to wait. Holy shit, we need to actually find 8 different people. We have to, conversations. I'm sure there's going to be nothing important. Potent engineer. Talk to a bunny. Yeah, they're pacing us. They're definitely pacing. Skeptical researcher. Talk to a bunny. But at least they are not going through this silly way of making this quest work, where I have to like guess which bunny is the appropriate one based on actual conversation, because that would be so freaking annoying. Still down and depressed? You didn't eat much? Well, go to the cooking way. Yeah, we'll leave it after this, I agree. I was hoping that we will actually, like, do whatever we need to do. Get to Hydaelyn, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get there anytime soon. Passable administrator. 2 choc chip cookies. Sure. But I do need to remember that. But I will, on the table. I forget. By the way, how is the aircon? I think it needs to lower down. It's good. Okay. Nice. Goodness, what is this herring bloody things? Talk to troubled people and yet they've got like herring, bloody red herrings in here. God, you wanna click through this shit? Well... Imagine if they actually have put in like some incredibly important lore bits in this particular quest right now and we completely skip it. The game was like, haha, so you did skip all of this part. Well, screw you. You've known about this and this and this because these random engineers have freaking told you about it. Didn't even bother to learn. Nah, no, it's more like an Easter egg rather than an intentional thing. It's definitely a lot. Well, yeah, I guess. They had to pace it, like, it was going full tilt every single, like, hour when we got to Elpis. And even when we got from Elpis, it was still pretty, like, full on. So, like, this is inevitable. Don't get it. I just don't get like where are the last three Arishalians that I need to talk about. Anyway, I don't think there's anything important. Gonna find those last three and then go to bed, so you don't have to watch this. Nothing here. See you soon. Wish you a very good night's sleep. After cookies, of course. Okay, there we go. Stop singing. Design efforts. World has spread through Labyrinthos, verily to far greater number. Thus greater mole operates as we speak. Together, I shall assign each in accordance with their skill, that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require no thine attentions, watch over them, I prithee. Open here.